Hey guys, it's Drea. Today I have an announcement video, but I also want to get ready with you because this has been fun lately to do get ready with me. I've been acting weird for a couple months. It's been a time, if I can just start off by saying that. I'm just going to start getting ready as we talk. It's been a time for me. I have big news for myself. This is all personal news. This is nothing related to YouTube, but because we are all family here, I have been dying to tell you guys this for a long time and I've had to keep it secret. But now I get to tell you because everything is finally locked into place and things are happening quickly. I am moving. Now, not only, like, this isn't just I'm moving down the block. I'm not just moving down the street. I'm not just moving within the same city. I'm literally moving from one side of the country to the other, which is so exciting and scary and adventurous, and it's so many things. It's so many things. Okay, so I didn't want to like keep you on the hook for like a couple minutes. I wanted to put the news out there right away, and those of you that only came here to see what the news was, you can click off now if that's all you wanted. And those of you that want to like hear some details and want to know what's been going on for the last couple months and want to know what will be going on for the next probably month to 6 weeks, you guys stay, because we're gonna go through everything together. I live near one of the biggest cities in Canada, Toronto, which Toronto is basically not even Toronto, it's called the GTA basically because it's the greater Toronto area. There's just so many cities that are so close to Toronto, so many commuters that basically the whole Golden Horseshoe is what they call it, is part of Toronto for the most part. I mean, downtown Torontonians won't tell you that, but for the most part that's what it's like. I live very close to Toronto, and essentially I'm moving to British Columbia, which is on the whole other side of the country. And this is so weird to finally be telling you guys this, because a few of my friends know, family definitely knows, but a few of my friends know, very few that aren't like in my direct real life know. Like, for example, Alex knows, there's a couple of YouTubers that know, but for the most part it's something I've been keeping a tight lid on for a long time, because it's the kind of thing where we were selling our house for a long time. It took a long time, and you know, you just don't like to jinx things, so it's not like there's a big reason for keeping it secret. Okay, so essentially, for those of you not in Canada and don't know Canadian geography, maybe you guys know American geography a little bit better. It's essentially as if you lived in New York City and you were moving to Seattle. That's the distance basically of what I'm doing. So we are moving across the country. We are uprooting ourselves. We are moving to a completely different place. It's completely different in terms of climate. It's very different. It's very different because not only are we moving to BC, but we're also moving to the island, which I know a lot of you Canadians absolutely know what that means, but people who don't, there's a big island off the coast of where Vancouver is. Vancouver is on the mainland. There's a big island just like a little bit of a ferry ride away, but it does require a ferry to get there. And there's, you know, a big enough population on the island, but it's the kind of thing that, you know, not necessarily everybody necessarily wants to move to an island because it's a little bit inaccessible. But there are some fairly large cities there, and, you know, I've always been private on my channel. I'm not going to say exactly where I'm moving to, but we are moving to the island, which is going to be so different. My husband is so excited not to experience Ontario winters anymore, because BC really, like, depending where you live, obviously there's lots of different places that get different weather, but where we're moving to is probably going to be very, very different for the winter. Well, we know it will be. He's been ecstatically looking it up. Basically it won't really crack past -10 Celsius, whereas we're used to definitely, and that'll be on like the worst case. Most of the time it'll be in the pluses in the winter time, and it's gonna be so different, you guys. Like, this is crazy. Okay, so okay, that's where we're moving to. Let's back it up. Let's back this train up for a little bit, because this is why my channel has been kind of weird over the last couple months, and I've hinted at things here and there, and I've just been like, yeah, stuff's happening, but I can't tell you. This is the news that we've been working towards. We've known since April that we're going to be moving. We did not list our house for sale until, I want to say it was the end of June. I think it was the end of June. I don't think it was quite July. And any other time we've experienced listing a house and selling a house, it's been a quick sale. It's been like, yay, somebody wants it, awesome, let's negotiate really quickly, bop bop a doo, house is sold, wait a couple months, move out, this and that. This was a completely different experience where the market is so soft where I live that it took us, well, we sold our house basically 2 weeks ago. So the first week of October. So that's July, August, September, 3 full months plus a little bit on either end, which was a very difficult process to say the least. If you've ever sold a house and it's taken a while, you know what that's like. It's not fun to constantly be on the edge of when is my house gonna sell, to constantly be keeping it up to showroom quality, to be able to like jump when a showing comes up and you're like, oh, we gotta get out of here like within an hour. Like, it's very difficult, and especially to do it over 3 months. Like, it's fine if it's a week. That was always our experience before. Like 1 week, 20 showings in 1 week, great, the market's crazy, somebody will give us an offer. But this was different, where we kept having showings and there's so many listings where we are that it just took so long, and it was so stressful, and it was so difficult, especially financially, I'm not gonna lie. At the beginning of the year, I kept my job with Eagle because I thought I was going to be leaving really quickly. And like, let's be honest, unless you are actually a store manager, you're not making a lot of money in retail. Even though I love my job, it did not pay me very well at all. But I kept it because I thought I would be leaving it within, you know, I thought we would be staying maybe at the latest by August. Plus there was some stuff going on there where we thought I would be able to get a new position that was a promotion, but that didn't end up happening, not for any reason against me, it just the company didn't open that position up. So I was hanging on there for a long time, and it was really difficult financially because we just didn't have the funds to like live normally. And it definitely affected this channel in that I wasn't hauling, I wasn't buying new things to test out. I was trying my darndest to like give you guys content based on products that I had in my collection and open my ideas up that way. So that's kind of what has been happening in the last few months. Now what is happening is we had an offer 2-ish weeks ago at the beginning of October. We settled on, you know, the price and all that, but the one thing that was kind of like crazy is that these people need to move in on October the 29th. So we got the offer on like, I want to say it was like the 6th or something of October, and they want to move in on the 29th. So by the time the inspection was done and everything was firmed up was last Thursday. It is currently Monday. So essentially when everything was like, yes, for sure, we know we're going to be moving, was on like the 11th, and we have to move out on the 27th. So things are absolutely crazy. I gave my work notice. I'm very sad to be leaving there, even though, like I just was talking about financials in regards to that, the actual job itself and the people there and customers, everything has been one of the best jobs I've ever had in my life. It's a wonderful place, that store, and I will really miss it. Especially will really miss my team there, and I can't wait to be able to start something up again with a new team when I move, because I just know that besides YouTube, retail is my favorite thing. Like, I love being around different people every day in terms of customers, but I also love what a good team can bring to your life. Like, in terms of professionally, when you have an amazing team that you work with in retail, it just makes things so great. And that's something that Oh, that's something I'm gonna miss so much. This team here where I work is just the most awesome team ever. So I'm really super gonna miss that. So as I'm filming this today, I have 4 shifts left until I no longer work there. I gave my notice and my boss has known the whole time. I've kept her in the loop as to what has been happening. I didn't necessarily have to, but because things were so up in the air and because she is a great boss and I do have a good relationship with her, I didn't feel like I needed to hide it at all, which was one thing that I think was great for me. With everything that was going on, at least I could, you know, I didn't have to hide it. You know, a lot of people don't want to give their notice until like 2 weeks for sure. Well, she's known pretty much since like June. So it's at least been a good support to be able to have that. And like the whole management team has known, like my whole team there. So that was at least really good, but it's super sad because I'm gonna be leaving there, and the city that I'm moving to, there is no Eagle. So if there had been, I'm sure I would have been able to easily transfer over, but there isn't one. So that kind of sucks. I'm gonna have to kind of find a new company that will want me, and for the time that we, like, from the time we get there, we'll have quite a few months worth of funds from the sale of this house and everything to get ourselves settled. It's not like I need to find a job immediately. The reason for the move, which I haven't really talked about, there's a couple reasons. One big one is that my husband's profession is kind of taking him over there, but it's not only that. He's wanted to move there literally since we met, and that was 18 years ago. So it's just the right time now. Kids are starting to be grown. It's, in terms of his school and what he's doing, it's just the right timing for him. And I'm like along for the ride with that, because like with what I do, retail management, you can do that pretty much anywhere. As long as it's a company that you want to work for and etc., you can go anywhere with that kind of thing. So for me, it's kind of like, no problem, I'll just do it. I have no problem like uprooting myself for this dream you have. And the kids too are really excited. So it's not like anybody is fighting it. It's all a good thing for everybody. So that's why we're going. But not only that, like the weather, like I said at the beginning, like I won't lie if I don't say like this is so weather related for him. I think I probably don't care as much. Like I'm used to winter. I hate it, but it's just one of those things that you accept when you live in Southern Ontario. And like I even grew up in Winnipeg. That's where I grew up, so I know what winter is. But he's always wanted to move to a nicer climate, and it's not something you argue against. It's like, oh, I don't have to have a horrible winter and tons of snow. Okay, well, no, I don't want that. I'm pushing back. No, of course you want that. Of course you do. So unless you're like a winter person, which some people are, you people are crazy, but I know you exist. No, like usually people who are like really into skiing and snowboarding and that kind of thing love winter, but I don't. We are not outdoorsy type people, especially in the winter time. So yeah, it's mostly career related. Second thing is kind of weather related, and also you know, selling our house here allows us the financial freedom to make this move and kind of restart somewhere else. Okay, so I feel like there's all the news. I'm sure you guys have questions about what this means for this channel, because so many of you have been such good support on this channel over the years, and I have so many of you that watch like every video, and you guys are just so amazing in the way you support me. So here's kind of the plan. The plan is, I have pre-filmed already a few videos. I really, from today, literally have about 10 days till we move, and nothing is packed, nothing is decluttered. Like there's so much to do around here that has to be my focus. But I am planning on pre-filming as much as I can. Now, I'm just zooming in so that my mirror doesn't block the camera while I put on this eyeliner. Not that I necessarily, you might not even care about watching me apply this, but anyways. when you move this far of a distance, in terms of your moving truck, it's a transport tractor trailer, which is about 60 feet long. Your stuff, if you have like I'm going to have about 5,000 pounds worth of stuff, that will fill up maybe about a quarter of this truck. And the way it works is to keep the cost of labor down. Oh, look at that. That's nice. That's never happened to me before with this. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with that. Long distance moving essentially is shared shipment on a tractor trailer because it keeps the cost of labor down, keeps the cost of insurance on the truck spread out amongst multiple people. You know, it's just the way it's done. This is actually what I did for 10 years with cell moves, so I know exactly what the procedure is. But because that's the case, the truck has multiple stops across Canada. So not only does it have pickups in Eastern Canada, and then it makes its way to Ontario, and then it makes its way across the prairies, but it has different drop-offs and then more pickups along the way. So for a truck to go from Toronto to Vancouver is usually about 3 weeks. So that means I'm gonna be without my things, my household goods, for 3 weeks. In some ways it's good for us because, you know, we need to find a rental when we get out there. None of that is planned. I know a lot of you are probably freaking out hearing that, but we don't have a place yet until we move there. Until we actually get there, we do not have a place to live. Now, we have friends out there that will let us stay there with them, but we don't actually have a place to live until we go out there. And that's actually, like I said, it's kind of a good thing that our stuff is gonna... This camera and how blurry it gets, I swear to Christ. Okay. You guys, I need to take like a course on how to use my own camera because I just don't understand. I know that sounds bad, like I'm supposed to know what I'm doing. But why does it get blurry all the time? I never had this problem with my old like point and shoot. It's this DSLR and it's set on auto and it still does that. And it takes forever to get back into focus. I just don't understand it. Anyways, it'll be a while since till I have my stuff back. And, you know, that's like everybody in this family is going to be waiting for their stuff. So it's not just YouTube related, you know. But that will affect my upload schedule because it's like, okay, I'm going to have to pack enough makeup for a month. Enough makeup and skincare for a month. And I'm only going to have a suitcase to be living out of for a while, you know? So, like, how much can I actually bring? I won't really be able to film. I won't really be able to film until that truck comes and I get my actual collection back, you know, because I'm only going to have a month's worth of stuff. I'm probably going to not bring this setup, the lights and the camera. I'm probably, if anything, going to bring my point and shoot, and then, you know, if I'm able to somehow finagle some good lighting and some kind of way of doing things, maybe I could film 1 or 2 videos like that, but it probably won't be a ton. So I really just have to rely on pre-filming, and I think that means I'm going to have to go, starting from basically when this video goes up, back to probably max 3 videos a week. And it won't be on a schedule either because I can't make any promises right now as to like a set schedule. I can't say it will be every Monday, Thursday, Friday. Like I can't do that because I don't know where I'm going to be. What I can promise you is I'm going to pre-film as much as I can with the aim of being able to upload 3 videos a week until I have my setup back up. At the worst case, hopefully it'll just be 2 videos a week. Like, hopefully there won't be any weeks that it's 0, but I can't say like 100% it'll be on this particular schedule. So I'm gonna be doing my best. Before I move, I have to focus on getting the house done because, you know, there's a ton involved in packing and moving, especially when you're trying to like get rid of half of your stuff. Like that just adds so much more to it, so much more work, because it's not like you're just packing everything and putting it all into one truck. You gotta declutter, you gotta sell things, you gotta take them to like a donation, you gotta do all this other stuff, right? And I have such a small, short period of time to do all this in. So from now forward, you're probably only going to get 2 to 3 videos a week for about 6 weeks, which is a real downside to this. And it's the one big thing that I wish would be different. All I can say is that I have tried so hard for the last few months to get you consistently 5 to 6 videos a week, and I know I have succeeded, so I can be really proud of that. And I really appreciate those of you that have enjoyed this content, this like extra content for the last bit. It's really been YouTube, honestly, this outlet for me that has allowed me not to go crazy, because it was so stressful for a while. Okay, so here's the final look. I know we weren't really talking about the different things on my face as it was going on, but all products are all listed down below as always. That's it, you guys. I know this has been like a huge like info dump, like, hey, here's all my BS. Here, take it. But I know a lot of you were kind of wondering like what's up. So I'm super excited to film as much as I can for you, because I love filming and I'm going to miss it during the time that I can't do it. So I'm going to be trying to do it as much as possible on my in-between time. Like I said, it's totally my outlet. So I know during the stress of moving, I'm going to want an outlet, and this is where I'm going to come. So don't worry, it's not like there will be no videos. There will definitely be videos. It's just going to be less for kind of a 6-week period of time. Don't worry, that time will fly. Like for you, it'll fly, for me, it'll fly. But thank you to all of you so much who have supported this channel so much in the last 3 years. It means the world to me. This is a huge deal in my life, and I know it's very like a personal thing, but I've been wanting to include you guys in it for a long time, and now I finally can. So feel free to ask me any questions. And that's it for today. So I had fun hanging out with you guys. I hope that you did too, even though it was a bit much. But I hope that you're having a great day. I hope that you're speaking kindly to yourself, especially when you look in the mirror. I love you guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.